Have you ever watched something and walked away just a little different? I have. And I didn't even realize it until the Holy Spirit stopped me. You're welcome to Kingdom Truths. The last time we met, we spoke about the gates of the ears. Today, we are focusing on the gates of the eyes. In the early 90s, as a young pastor's wife, I visited one of our church members, just a follow-up visit to encourage their consistency in church. When I arrived, I met them watching Glamour Girls. It was a newly released Nollywood movie back then. Interestingly, I wasn't paying attention to the storyline. But what completely glued me was the fashion sense and the way they carried themselves. I admired what appeared to be elegance. After the movie, I bade my host goodbye and I left. You are watching the Kingdom Truths. About 10 to 15 minutes into my walk back home, I got to Bolajoko Junction in Okiaro, Akure, when I suddenly became conscious of how I was walking. That day, I learned the literal meaning of graceful walking and the wanton walking described in Isaiah chapter 3 verse 16. I was practically walking with a stretched forth neck with wanton eyes. Mincing and swaying as I went. I stopped dead in my tracks. What has gotten over me? Why am I walking this way? Then the Holy Spirit spoke clearly into my heart. The movie we just watched. Wow. I was deeply convicted. I wondered how many people had seen me walking on the road like that. At that moment, I realized that what had settled on me wasn't elegance at all. It was an imitation of it. And I also realized that if I, a Christian and a young pastor's wife, could immediately come under the influence of what I watched, then it could happen to anyone. This particularly resonated with me because I loved fashion before I met Christ. And those who knew me in my teens and as a young adult will not be surprised at this confession. The truth is, the enemy often targets the area that naturally attracts us. But how will I explain what just happened to someone watching afar off? You see, the devil knows exactly how to use your Achilles heel against you. Mine was fashion and style. Yours could be comedy, uncontrolled anger, money, pornography, or something entirely different. But the gate is exactly the same. And the truth is, an atmosphere is not just the weather outside. It is the mental, spiritual, and emotional air that you breathe in every day. And your eyes are one of the greatest gates. Your eyes don't just see, they invite. And whatever passes through them begins to influence the atmosphere you live in. And that is why Job said in Job chapter 31 verse 1, I made a covenant with my eyes. And it is the same reason the psalmist cried out in Psalm 119 verse 37. It says, turn away my eyes from worthless things. What you repeatedly watch, or what you fix or focus your gaze upon, will eventually shape your desires, influence your appetites, and affect the atmosphere you live in. And this is precisely why 1 John chapter 2 verse 16 warns us to be careful of the lust of the eyes. Think practically about it. It will be impossible for you to keep the air in your room clean when you constantly open your window to thick smoke. The same principle applies spiritually. If you continually expose your eyes, focus on things that feed ungodly desires, don't be surprised when your inner desires, your inner atmosphere begins to change. Therefore, guard the gates of your eyes, or the gates will guard you eventually. What you repeatedly watch today eventually shape the atmosphere you live in tomorrow. If this message blessed you and awakened something in you, please share to awaken someone else. Shalom.